From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Baseball here on LSP. Today it's the Worcester Academy Hilltoppers with a record of 5-1, taking on the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 7-7. Good afternoon, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. We're going to get started a couple minutes ahead of our 5 o'clock scheduled first pitch. LA in white, Worcester in gray as we get things underway at 4:57, and it will be ball one to Worcester's leadoff hitter, the center fielder, Jamison Howland. Howland grounds this one up the middle and through for a base hit to lead off the ball game. Howland aboard, and there you see Mikey Abraham, the head coach for Worcester. A long-time member of the Lexington Blue Sox. So Howland reaches to begin the ball game. And here is Gabe Pitts, the right fielder for Worcester. First, a throw back to first, and back safely is Howland. That'll be in there for strike one. 0-1 to Pitts, the Worcester Academy right fielder. On the bump today for LA is Sam Campbell. First, another throw back to first. Remember, folks, said it once, I'll say it again. No pitch clock to deal with here at this level. Kind of a delayed strike call there, but it is strike two to Pitts. Alan Pitts and Cole Carbone, the first three batters in the Worcester batting order. We'll give you everything as we get the full lineups and everything as we piece everything together as the game progresses. Another good move to first, but once again, Howland back safely. Count remains 1-2. Breaking ball didn't hit the target. 2-2 the count. Allen's got an okay lead there at first, not a huge one. And now, time called. And I realize I still have it as NEPSAC softball from baseball, all caps. Can't tell when my caps lock is on. And the sun's this bright, but it is now a full count to Gabe Pitts. Runner goes, pitch is ball four. Long battle, but it turns into a walk for Pitts, so no stolen base for Howland. So first and second, nobody out, and here's Cole Carbone. Carbone standing in from the left side here, looking to get Worcester on the board early. And he'll take high for ball one. Both Worcester and LA are home to a couple of top 10 New England recruits in the PBR rankings in their respective classes, but neither in the starting lineup today. John Payone's a Duke commit, sophomore for LA, and Maverick Rizzi for UConn, also not in the starting lineup today. 2-0 as that misses inside. This will be smacked into right field and through for a base hit. And a runner will hold at third. Everyone goes station to station. Throw is offline coming back to the plate, but no further advance. Bases loaded, nobody out. So Liam Daly, the second baseman, will step to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Hilltoppers. And once again, high for ball one. Campbell on the bump. As I mentioned, realize this is driven deep to right and God, it's a grand slam. Wow, what a start for Worcester. Grand slam for Liam Daly. With the Walmart bat, they said. 4-0 Worcester, still nobody out in the top of the first. I say Rick taught you well, huh, Mikey? I don't know if I'll have time for a post-game chat with you, but swing and a miss. Or strike one. TJ Power, the first baseman, looking to show some power there, but kind of turned a bit on his front foot following through on that swing. But he does take ball one there, and the count will even at 1. That'll be in there for a strike two. See the way I was taught it, covering Blue Sox games all this year, is that the first two get out, and then you start bringing them up, and then the merry-go-round starts. A little nubber to the right side. Some miscommunication there, and the throw's going to go out of play. That was in a Bermuda Triangle of communication between Campbell, the first baseman, Allard, and the second baseman, Matt Morin. So still nobody out. Runner at second. As Power reaches. Here's McGivern, who grounds this one to the right side. That'll be fielded by Morin on to first. And finally, LA able to get the first out of the inning as McGivern, the DH, grounds out 4-3. Up to third goes Power. And Anastasopoulos will foul this one off for strike one. James Anastasopoulos, the shortstop for Worcester Academy, and goes up and in for ball one. That'll be in there for strike two, 1-2. Foul over the screen and out of play. Grounder to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Fires to first. Bluffing from third is Power, and he'll hold. 2 down. And the 8th batter of the inning for Worcester Academy is the third baseman, Colin West, who takes low for ball one. Low for ball two, 2-0. Fouled off, 2-1 the count. Campbell trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. As if there wasn't enough caused by the grand slam by Liam Daly as the first 4 batters of the inning reach and score. That bounces to the plate, 3-1 to Colin West. Wind howls a little bit. Upstairs, a 5-pitch walk, and the inning continues. So first and third, 2 out. And Mark Ciampolillo will be the 9th batter of the inning. Ball one to the Worcester left fielder. Seen 3 singles, 2 walks, an error, a home run this inning, with first 3 batters reaching single, walk, single, and then Daly with the grand slam to straightaway right. Throw back to first, almost got him. It's one thing though. You get base runners on against this LA team, it can be a distraction to the pitchers, and uncontested stolen base there for West. That takes away the force at second. So now 2-0 the count. 2 runners in scoring position after West picks up the steal. And that bounces to the plate, but as we saw that new backstop be a factor in the last LA baseball game we did here against St. Mark's, that ricochets right back to the catcher. No advance by the runners, but it is 3-0. I had 3-0. What do they call it? 3-1. What's the? I feel like there was. I have one more pitch than. I don't know. I'll figure this out. Well, regardless, there's your ball. There's your ball 4 if you hadn't had it already. So, full count. Excuse me. Bases loaded. Bases full rather. And now here comes Chris Margraf and have a mound conference. And looking around to see if anybody was warming yet for LA. And now back to where we started with Jamison Howland. So bases full, Hilltoppers. 2 outs and back to the top of the order. Howland singled to lead off the ball game. He pops this one up over towards foul territory and behind the Worcester bench and up the driveway for strike 1. Just missed. The count will even at 1. That's a strike. Okay. 1-2. Smack. It tips off the third baseman's glove right to the shortstop. Everybody's going to be safe. Well, I guess by keeping it in the infield, you prevent it from scoring 2, but it's going to be an RBI single. Everybody moves up a base, and it is 5-0 Hilltoppers. Power will score. And despite Power advancing to second on an error, it's not an unearned run on his infield single earlier. It's strike 1 to Howland. Strike 1 to Pitts as Howland picks up the RBI single. Pitts walked and scored his first time up. And he comes up empty, strike 2. So West now at third, Ciampolillo at second, Howland at first, 2 down, 0-2 count to Pitts. And that's into left center field. Remember, the wind's blowing out here, folks. It's blowing behind my back out towards right field. But that time, Ryan's going to haul it in center field for the out that retires the side. But 11 come to the plate for Worcester. 5 of them score. Half an inning. Worcester 5, LA coming up. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Boy, how would you like to be Worcester starter Bobby DeFranco, huh? I mean, he's not in the batting order today for Worcester, and he got staked to a 5-run lead before he throws his first pitch of the ball game. So to sum up the Worcester lineup for you, it's Jamison Howland in center, Gabe Pitts in right, Cole Carbone is behind the plate, Liam Daly is at second, TJ Power is at first, Ryan McGivern is the DH. My handwriting's turning into my father's. James Anastasopoulos is at short, Colin West at third, and Mark Ciampolillo is in left. Bobby DeFranco on the mound for Worcester. And this is the LA lineup he is facing. It's Matt Morin at second, followed by Keegan Ryan in center. Brian Downing is at short. David Allard is at first. Ted McLaughlin is at third. Jacob Ward is the DH. Otto McLaughlin is behind the plate. Ryan Blaisdell is in right. And Coda Marsteiner rounds out the lineup in left. Again, no John Paone today for LA and no Maverick Rizzi, at least in the starting lineup today for Worcester, but no problem as far as Worcester is concerned, out to a 5-0 lead already. And here is Matt Morin to lead things off for the Spartans. Takes ball one. Fouled over here, and he took out a couple of LA students. They're just sitting down in the grass in front of the turtle, 1-1. Two and one. Popped up, foul towards the screen, and it'll drop behind the backstop. 2-2.
Come on now, bud. What do you say? Anklet. You got the anklet. Let's go. You got the lucky anklet. Let's go, one. Come on, hey!
Up and away, and the count will be full. 3-2 to Matt Morin. I mean, we saw LA fall behind, 4-0 early to St. Mark's last time. They came back in a big way. We'll see if got any similar heroics in them here, as that'll be fouled off. It'll remain 3-2. Ball four, leadoff walk. That's how you do it. Not going to win the game with one swing in the bat in the first inning, so no matter how far ahead or down you are. Leadoff man aboard for the Spartans. Here's Keegan Ryan, the center fielder, who hauled in the fly ball for the last out of the first, top out of the first, but he got in front of that a bit too much, and it'll be strike one. It's a hot one, 81 degrees at first pitch today here in Groton, and we had the wind blowing out towards right earlier, settled down now, so now we're just getting beat up by the sunshine right now. 0-1 the count to Ryan. He'll lace this one into left center field. That gets down for a base hit. Holding at second is Morin, and LA has the first two aboard here in the bottom half of the first. So here is Brian Downing. First and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. LA down 5 to start, but one and 0. Wind seems to be blowing back towards left field now, towards third base. Snap throw down to first, and back safely is Ryan. The count is 2-0. Leadoff walk by Morin. Single by Ryan. First and second. 2-0 now. Hitters count for the number 3 hitter in the LA lineup, Downing. He lines this one into left field for a base hit. Being waved around third is Morin. Here comes the throw. The plate will be cut off. Throw goes back to third. He is out. The play on Ryan goes 7-6-5. But it's an RBI single for Downing. LA gets on the board, but I mean, I don't blame Coach Margraf for trying to be aggressive there, trying to get a rally going in a big way. Instead of first and third, nobody out. It's runner on first, 1 out. For Davin Allard, the first baseman, who is behind 0-1 after that foul off. And after that play to retire Ryan at third, now you're just a ground ball away from getting out of it. Here's a throw down to second on the stolen base attempt. He's safe. One and one the count now to Allard. Runner in scoring position for LA. Allard, slow roller back to the pitcher, and kind of an awkward throw to first, but it's a 1-3 put out, and up to third goes Downing. So now runner at third. 2 down. And here is Teddy McLaughlin on the inside corner. Strike one. I don't know if you were able to catch that in this shot, but just funny how Downing was scampering back to third there after that pitch. Up and away, and again, there goes Downing. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit to see. I mean, you can't see Downing in your picture right now. There he is. I feel like there's a necessity with this kind of play going on. You know, you want to try and, draw a balk off the pitcher. I don't blame you. This is into center field, and not having to move much and making the catch is the center fielder Howland for the out there. Retires the side. LA gets 1 run on 2 hits and leaves 1. And we're through 1 complete. It's 5-1 Worcester. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about taping or streaming or announcing your next sports game, gaming, tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Also, find out more about our services outside the world of sports and live events, including graphic and document design, video editing, dog walking and sitting, etc. Find us on Thumbtack or email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. On that top of the first was a house of pain for Sam Campbell, but here he is back on the bump for the top of the second. 3, 4, and 5 due up here for Worcester in the top of the second. Here is Cole Carbone to lead things off. In there for strike one. Carbone singled and scored his first time up. Checks his swing, but it's down and away anyways for ball one, 1-1. Carbone, Daly, and Power due up here in the top of the second for Worcester, leading 5-1 after one. That is upstairs, and the count will be 2-1. Check swing, that's in there for strike two. 2-2. Sounds like we got Groton's finest heading up Route 119, seeing what's going on. I didn't do it. 2-2. And bounced at the plate. Full count. Just talking to Robbie Barker. He's the LA boys hockey head coach, but also an assistant coach on the LA baseball team. And I asked him, hey, why doesn't Milberg ever, troll me in the chat in these games? I know you get the YouTubes up there. And it's a leadoff walk. Leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning for Worcester. So Carbone is aboard for the second time. And here is Liam Daly, who has the biggest hit in the early going of this game. A grand slam. His first time up with the bases loaded and nobody out. And he takes strike one. The first 5 batters of the Worcester order all reached and then eventually came around to score in that top of the first. Let's see if, now with Carbone reaching, let's see if Daly can make it 2 for 2. That throw nicks off the first baseman's glove. Is that out of play is the question. Here's the throw to second. They got him. And the infield umpire called it out, but yeah, I was going to say that ball went over the throw to first went over the out of play line. So yeah, so there's no out. So yeah, that is the play that should have. I feel like that should have been the call. I'm certain, because if the throw from Campbell goes out of play, because Allard tried to get his glove on it, and then after it nicked off his glove, it went over the out of play line down there on the Worcester, on the first base right field side. And then it should just be, runner at second. I mean, the infield umpire's talking to Coach Margraf right now. He's the one who made the out call, but the home plate umpire, he's the one who and he had his back turned to the ball going over the out of play line because he was going to make the call at second, but the home plate umpire was the one who saw the ball go out of play. So yeah, this is the right situation as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. It was pretty clearly over the out of play line from even my vantage point. I'm so far away from it. So yeah, runner at second. 0-1 the count. Still nobody out. It's going to be an E3 because I feel like that should have been a easy. I mean, even without the out, there should have been an easy catch for the first baseman, Allard, to make. Or he's prevented from, going out of play. So 2-1 the count now to Daly. So Carbone walks, reaches on the E3, reaches second on the E3. And now 2-1 count to Daly. And he's got Got a grand slam already. What's he got for an encore here? A swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. In the dirt, no advance by Carbone, and it is a full count. Into right center field. That's going to hang up for a catch by Ryan, and no tag at second by Carbone, one down. So Daly's 1 for 2. One out, still runner at second. Here's Power. TJ Power singled. Infield single, got to second on an error in the middle of that play, and then came around to score the 5th run of the top of the first for Worcester. That bounces to the plate. McLaughlin keeps it in front of him. No advance by Power. 1-1 the count now. No advance rather by Carbone. 1-1 the count out of Power. Up and in, 2-1. In there for strike 2 to even the count, 2-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Campbell. 2 down, and here is Ryan McGivern, the DH. McGivern grounded out to second his first time up. I mean, how big would it be to get through this inning? Not any runs allowed if Campbell can do that, but has to get through McGivern, who's 0 for 1. He had a ground out to second his first time up. Strike 1. It didn't look like he was going to start out that way. This inning started with the walk and then the error to put Carbone in scoring position. And now McGivern is behind 0-2. Down and away with the off-speed pitch, 1-2. And it bounces to the plate, and from 0-2 to 2-2, a little bit of a shuffle there at second by Carbone, but doesn't gun it. 2-2, 2 out. Top of the second. Runner at second. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back, backwards Ks for Campbell after the leadoff walk. And we're through a buck and a half, and Worcester still on top, 5-1. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it. LSP37.creator-spring.com to place your order for merchandise, and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com to place your order for game videos. So we'll go to the bottom of the second, and I keep doing that. When the we'll go to the bottom of the second. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for LA. Ward, Otto McLaughlin, and Ryan Blaisdell. And when you thought that LA was, Worcester was going to run away with it. Scoreless top half by Campbell. LA gets one run back, but could have had more, but Ryan was thrown out at third, trying to go first to third on Downing's RBI single. And we will see what Bobby DeFranco has in store for the second inning. Jacob Ward, the DH, to lead things off. Ball one, the count to Jacob Ward, the LA DH. He fouls that one off of the dish. The count will be 1-1. (5-1). Worcester on top of LA here in the bottom of the second. The difference being a grand slam by Liam Daly in the top of the first. 2-1 the count to Ward. This will be smashed into left field for a base hit. Great sound off the bat. And both teams able to get the leadoff man aboard in each of the first two innings. So Ward reaches. Here is the catcher, Otto McLaughlin. Hello. You know, I have to choose between a good shot and, getting a good shot from a foul ball into my grill or my equipment when I sit up here. But I think that's just a grounder over in front of the table. Throw back to first, and back safely is Ward. Oh, 0-1 the count to McLaughlin. Throw back to first again. Ward back safely again. Two and one? 1-1 rather. 2-1 the count. Ward at first. LA able to prevent the floodgates from opening early, and here's a runner going for second. Throw down is not in time. Ward picks up the stolen base. Runner now in scoring position for the Spartans. 3-1 the count. DeFranco looks at second and comes home with it. Strike 2. Full count. Coach Margraf imploring McLaughlin to drive the baseball here. See if he can do just that on the payoff pitch. Strike 3. He's out. He leaned into it. Oh, that's the ruling. He leaned into it. It hit him, but he leaned into it, so that's a strike. And on a full count, that'll go down as the first K for DeFranco. And now here is Ryan Blaisdell. Whoa, a little high. Ball 1. I've seen a lot more calls of batters leaning into pitches for strikes in recent years at all levels, and a swing and a miss by Blaisdell, 1-1. Of course, I'll always go back to Max Scherzer, you know, having a perfect game broken up a few years ago on on 2 strikes, in fact, on a hit by pitch taken by Jose Tabata, when it looked pretty clearly that he leaned his elbow into the pitch over the plate, and he didn't get the call and had to settle for the no-hitter. Here's a little chopper. It nicks off the third baseman, and now being waved around third is Ward. He will score. You can't call interference on either the fielder or the runner in that situation. The fielder's got to come up to the ball, but the runner's in the baseline and everything, and so it'll just be a single for Blaisdell. Ward scores 5-2. And now here is Coda Marsteiner, the left fielder, the number 9 hitter for LA, as it is now 5-2. Blaisdell now at first. He runs. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Throw down to second, way offline. Stolen base for Blaisdell. Second stolen base of the inning and third of the game for LA, but now Mikey Abraham's coming out to home plate. He might be arguing interference by Marsteiner in the way of the throw, but not sure if he's going to get the call here. And doesn't look like he's going to get him to change his mind. I'll number down the first base line. Oh, that stayed fair. And now it's called foul. That was a roller coaster of emotions, but just 1-2 now. One and two the count. Score has 2 strikes. I had 1 and 2, but fouled off. Fouled off again. Good job. Splitting some pitches here by Marsteiner out of the number 9 slot. Try and wear down the starter, DeFranco. It's only 1 out in the inning. It is, in fact, 1-2. We got confirmation of that. Leadoff hitter Morin's on deck. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout now for DeFranco. 2 down. Lineup turns over for Morin, who walked and scored his first time up. So in each of the first 2 innings, LA's gotten the leadoff hitter aboard, and each time that batter's come around to score, but Worcester got the first 5 batters of the first home for 5 runs, so you gotta start scoring at a faster clip, I would say. If you're LA, looked behind away, but that's a strike to Morin. 1-1 the count. Blaisdell at second after a 1-out single and a RBI single, in fact, and a stolen base. This is into center field, and it's going to stay in the park, and it's going to be a fly out caught by Howland to end the first, to end the second, much like he ended the first. So through 2, 5-2, Worcester. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web. We're at Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP37. Don't forget to find us on Thumbtack, too. So we'll go to the top of the 3rd, and Campbell is back out there for his 3rd inning of work. It'll be the bottom 3rd of the order due up for Worcester here on the top of the 3rd. Anastasopoulos, West, and Ciampolillo. Ten and 2 Worcester taking on a 7-7 LA. Had him at 5-1, but got an updated stat sheet afterward. But here is the first pitch at the top of the 3rd. It's a ball to Anastasopoulos. Ground out to 3rd. His first time up in the 1st. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to even the count. Anastasopoulos, West, and Ciampolillo, again, due up here in the top of the 3rd if anybody gets on. Jamison Howland. This will be laced up the middle and through for a base hit. Stop me if you heard this one before. Worcester gets the leadoff man aboard. That's the easiest way to score runs, get the leadoff man aboard, get the pressure on the pitcher early. We've seen how it's affected Campbell the first 2 innings. A lot of his attention being diverted from the batter to the runner on first, but there's strike 1 to West before he even has to throw to first. But LA's the one with 3 steals so far in this game. But look at the size of that lead at first by Anastasopoulos, and seeing that, he will throw over to first, and he's back safely. Just the one steal so far for Worcester, and that was back in the first by West. A little grounder to the left side, backhanded in the hole, off-bounce throw to first. Will not be nearly in time. Good effort by Downing, but it'll be an infield single. And now it's first and second, nobody out, as West is now 1 for 1. Walked and stole base last time, and now here he is with a single. First and second, nobody out. Do you expect a bunt here from the number 9 hitter, Ciampolillo? Well, Mikey Abraham, being a student of Rick DeAngelis, wouldn't surprise me. But, miss high for ball 1. Didn't even show it. I mean, not that, Rick DeAngelis and the Blue Sox are, exclusively the small ball types. They'll have to, send one 400 feet when they can. 2-0. I mean, even if he was squaring on either of the first 2 pitches, why would you now with a 2-0 count? Now, Margraf back out to have a word with Campbell. So after that conference, see if that settles down, Campbell. 2-0. Everyone fall 2-0 behind the number 9 hitter. First 2 guys in the inning already reaching. Tailor-made double play ball right now is what you want if you're Campbell. Accepts the sign. Throw back to second as the corner infielders were charging in, and then the throw went back to second, and back safely is Anastasopoulos. Ciampolillo still not squaring and fouls it off. 2-1. Three and one. Campbell in danger of loading the bases. There was some action, some hot arms coming in from the bullpen for LA. This might be the end of it for Campbell if he loses them. Not yet. Swing and a miss. Full count. I mean, what do you do if he gets Ciampolillo, but then you have to obviously deal with the lineup turning over for Howland. See what happens here. First on the 3-2. Runners take off. It's ball 4. Well, we saw it in the first, and now we see it in the third. Bases loaded, nobody out. Anastasopoulos up to third, West up to second. Howland to the plate for the third time. Abraham sending out instructions to his runners and his hitter. Howland 2 for 2, single and 2 singles in the first. Inside for ball 1. Howland came around to score after singling his first time, then drove in a run, drove in power with his second hit. Towering fly ball into right field. It will be caught. Tagging is the runner from third. Here comes the throw to the plate. Will hop, skip, and jump short of the plate. It's a sac fly and RBI, and it is 6-2. The other runners stay where they are. And it bounces to the plate. No advance by the runners. Ball one to Gabe Pitts. Flew out to center. His first time up. So Anastasopoulos scores. Second RBI of the game for Howland. This is a grounder to short. Underhanded to second for one. On to first. Not nearly in time. Up to third. Goes West. Ciampolillo is retired 6-4. So Pitts reaches on the fielder's choice. Two down runners at the corners. Here's Carbone. Carbone with a single and a run scored in the first and a walk in the second. Fouled off for strike one. Fouled off, strike two. Cleanup hitter Liam Daly on deck. His grand slam remains the difference right now. West at third, Pitts at first. 0-2, two down. Here in the top of the third, and now we'll wait for a moment. Howland driving home Anastasopoulos on a sac fly. Grounder foul over towards the Worcester dugout, then rolls up the hill and skips back towards the field after kicking off the stone steps up there. Maine's 0-2. Five runs in the top of the first. Runner goes from first, and it's fouled off again. 5 runs in the top of the first for Worcester, and one more here in the top of the third. 1 run in each of the first 2 innings for LA, still finding themselves down 4. Able to claw back from an early deficit against St. Mark's. Can they do the same against Worcester? But first, Campbell's got to get out of this inning. Runner goes from first again. Pitch sails to the backstop and then ricochets right back to the pitcher. So it'll be a stolen base for Pitts. 1-2 the count, and now 2 runners in scoring position. Taking away the force at second. Just 1 fewer option for LA to get out of this inning, and that hits off the top of that new padded backstop and right back to the catcher McLaughlin, so no advance by the runners at all. It's almost like arena baseball, you know? Eat your heart out, the Trop. 2-2 the count, 2 out, 2 on. Full count. And again, you got Daly, who has the biggest hit of the game, waiting on deck. 3-2, payoff pitch. Here it is. Grounded foul again. The battle continues. God, this has got to be at least the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Don't have my pitch count with me right now, but check swing. No appeal, ball 4. Oh, boy, it took everything in Carbone to avoid breaking the plane there. But bases loaded, 2 outs for Daly. Daly with the grand slam back in the top of the first. And then a fly out to center in the second. 1-0 the count. West at third, Pitts at second, Carbone at first. Swing and a miss, going for his second grand slam of the game there, but comes up empty, 1-1. Pitch was a little too high there to eat that one over the fence. Froze him with an off-speed pitch there, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Campbell buckles down, gets Daly. Worcester extends the lead back up to 4, but leaves the bases loaded. And through 2.5, 6-2 Hilltoppers. LSP's next broadcast is Wednesday, May 17th, when Lawrence Academy hosts Rivers in NEPSAC and ISL baseball action. Watch the game live and on demand here on the LSP YouTube channel and buy a DVD or digital copy of the game at the LSP store. Boy, for all the opportunities Worcester has had to put this one out of reach early and potentially set up a run rule victory. It hasn't happened yet. And you have Daly's grand slam making it 4-0, and then they reloaded the bases in the first, but could only get one more home after that grand slam in the first, so it was 5-0. And they load the bases here in the third. We get the 1 run home after Anastasopoulos' leadoff single, and he was driven home on the sac fly by Howland. Three strikeouts in 3 innings so far for Campbell, all of them with runners in scoring position. The 2 strikeouts in the back-to-back strikeouts to end the second after Carbone got to second, and then obviously the strikeout just now with the bases loaded. Keegan Ryan to lead things off here in the bottom of the third, and he takes strike 1. It's Ryan, Downing, and Allard due up here in the bottom of the third against DeFranco. Swing and miss, strike 2. Ryan is 1 for 1, singled, but was thrown out at third, trying to get first to third on Downing's RBI single. Almost came in and got him, and it's 1-1. Seven runners left on base for the first 3 innings for Worcester. 2-2. 2 left through the first 2 innings for LA. Two runs on 4 hits with 2 left. From 0-2 to 3-2. Ryan trying to get on base for the second time. DeFranco comes set in the pitch. Fouled into the screen. Into shallow center field, and that gets down for a base hit. Ball been carrying nicely earlier, but that's a little blooper to get the leadoff man aboard for LA. So Ryan is 2 for 2, and again, for the 3rd consecutive inning, LA gets the leadoff man aboard. Both teams have had the leadoff hitter aboard in each of their first 3 at-bats. Morin walking to lead off the bottom of the first. Ward with a single. And ball in the dirt is going to allow Ryan to get to second. 1-0 the count. Not a good day unless your uniform gets dirty, right? 1-0 the count. To Allard. Throw down to third. Safe. First to third on back-to-back pitches. And a little bit of a dust cloud there after the slide by Ryan. It's 2-0. Two and 1 now. Excuse me, not to Allard, to Downing. My mistake. Jumped ahead of myself a little bit. Downing with the RBI single his first time up. Allard's due up next. And an off-balance swing there, and it's 2-2. So Ryan at third. 2-2 the count to Downing. Into left center field, and that'll get down in front of the center fielder, Howland, for a base hit. Into score from third is Ryan. Second RBI of the game for Downing. It's 6-3. Here is Davin Allard. We got a dead ball. It hit him. So first and second for the hit by pitch on Allard. And then now here comes Mikey Abraham to have a word with DeFranco and Carbone. So all of a sudden, LA has the tying run at the plate. And it's Ted McLaughlin with a chance to get us back to square one. And Margraff's coming out here to talk to the umpire. And I think we're going to have a special pinch runner here at first. So they're going to pinch run for Allard, and it's going to be Jack Janowski running at first. So it's Janowski, special pitch runner, right, Coach? All right. He's got more important things to do. All right. So Janowski pinch running at first. Look at the first baseman coming in here. That almost came in and got McLaughlin, ball one. So McLaughlin representing the tying run here. He is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And he fouls that one off, 1-1. It's cooled off a little bit. A little more overcast now, and wind's also picking up a little bit too. Just a slight breeze right now. Downing at second, Janowski at first. Upstairs, 2-1. Janowski, the special pinch runner for Allard. After Allard was hit by a pitch. First three batters of the inning reaching for LA here in the bottom of the third. Tying run at the plate, McLaughlin. 2-1. High for ball three. Jacob Ward, the DH, is on deck. Fouled off as the runners were going. Full count now. And you might see him run again here, just try and stay out of the double play. But you hope you don't hit a screaming line drive and get into a triple play, Throw back to second. They called a balk! The infield umpire called a balk on DeFranco. Guess he did a little bit too much of a skip to my Lou on the rubber before disengaging and going to second. So it's now second and third, full count. That takes away the double play here. Here's the pitch. Popped up behind the screen and foul. So Downing up to third, Janowski up to second on the balk on DeFranco. Strike three called. Massive first out there for DeFranco. So now here is Jacob Ward. One and 0 the count to Jacob Ward, single. Stolen base and a run scored his first time up in the second, and a late time call by Ward before the pitch can be thrown. Still got Downing at third, still got Janowski at second. This is to the left side, stopped in the hole, throw to first, not in time, RBI yeah, it is an RBI single. Downing scores. Janowski up to third, you can see the dust cloud he kicked up. Didn't know if the shortstop, Anastasopoulos, was going to go to third, but with the way his momentum was carrying him, if there was any way he could have had a play there, so going to first was the only way he could do it, and he couldn't. RBI single, 6-4 now. Here comes the dust cloud from third base. Coming in even more here towards the bleacher creatures. RBI single for Ward, his second hit. Here is Otto McLaughlin representing the go-ahead run. Throw down to second. It's a double steal. Now the throw will come home, and they got him. So runner at second. This is caught by the shortstop, Anastasopoulos, for the out that retires the side. In a blink of an eye, the rally is squelched out. LA gets 2, but has to settle for only that. Still down to 6-4 after 3. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. You don't even have to own a business. You just want to get a message of support out there for any team or athlete in any future broadcast. You can do that too. Just email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So we go to the top of the 4th. Wow. We talk about, roller coaster of emotions. Like in just single at-bats or single plays, or that whole inning looked like LA was gonna break through and maybe tie this game. But they have to settle for 2 runs on 3 hits. So Ward picks up his worthy 2 singles, 2 steals, and an RBI and a run scored, but Janowski is gunned down at home on the double steal. I believe I went 2-6-2. The play on Janowski. It could have been an even bigger inning. But it's clearly not just Worcester who's ruining the missed opportunities to pull away. It's LA. They could have a chance to tie this game up, but left some runs on the table and some unfortunate breaks, I guess. So we go to the top of the 4th, and it's Power, McGivern, and Anastasopoulos due up for Worcester. Power with a single and a run scored his first time up in the 1st, and a strikeout looking in the 2nd. And I believe we have a new pitcher out there for LA. Is that Bowden Belanger out there? All right, so Bowden Belanger's now in the game for LA on the bump, and count is even 1-1. With Campbell not being in the batting order, it saves some headaches for, positional changes if you're a coach. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2 the count to Power. Again, going to be followed by McGivern and Anastasopoulos, and it gets on West. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So after only 3 strikeouts in 3 innings for Campbell, Belanger gets his first assignment, and Power's down on strikes the 2nd time. And here is Ryan McGivern, who is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout looking. He is the only Worcester batter so far who is yet to reach base. Goes the backstop, ball 1, and saves his catcher a throw. It rolls back to Belanger in front of the pitcher's mound. McGivern's the only batter for Worcester who's reached base. Ciampolillo has 2 walks. Pitts has a walk and has also reached on a fielder's choice. Everybody else has at least one hit, although there's only been one extra base hit in this game, and it was Daly's home run. It's a grand slam at that. Check swing. That'll be a strike. 1-2. One, two. Grounder to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Fire on to first. 2 down. Teddy McLaughlin with the 5-3 put out. And here is Anastasopoulos. Ground out to third in the first. Singleton scored in the third. And by the way, power striking out marks the first time the leadoff man has not gotten on base for either side this game. Anastasopoulos will take strike one. Now Worcester, again, unable to pull away early after getting out of that big lead early. And now we got a game here. We're only in the fourth. 6-4. Fouled off. 0-2. To the Worcester shortstop, Anastasopoulos. So McGivern still unable to get on base. He's 0 for 3. And we'll have time called at the last minute by home plate umpire. I believe it was Anastasopoulos getting the benefit there. Here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. James Anastasopoulos, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Bo-Nose K's halfway home. 6-4 Worcester. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about taping, streaming, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates are just $150. Also ask us about our services outside the world of sports and live events, including graphic and document design, computer lessons, dog and pet sitting, and walking. Want me to walk your cat or anything? Deliveries, etc. samfeelypbp@gmail.com or find us on Thumbtack for more details. And I gotta grab a Gatorade from my car, and it's like, I mean, well, I'm going to mute this. I'm going to mute the broadcast for once I don't subject the audience any more than I'm already being subjected to the worst song in the history of mankind. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got a new pitcher for Worcester Academy, and like Worcester was retired, Worcester's leadoff man was retired for the first time in the top half, so is LA's. Ryan Blaisdell grounds out on one pitch, 4-3, 1 up, 1 down. The new pitcher is Ryan Sullivan for Worcester Academy, and that is ball 1 to Coda Marsteiner, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. I'll appeal, and he went around, says the infield umpire. That'll be strike 1 to Marsteiner. Two and 1 the count. Marsteiner and then Morin due up here in the bottom of the fourth. A grounder to second. 2 up, 2 down, 2 grounders to second. Getting busy over there for Liam Daly. All right, here is Matt Morin, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first and a fly out to center that ended the second. Big lefty fires inside for ball 1. Two and 0. Okay. They put 1-1 on the count. I had. Hang on. Check. Well, that'll be a strike. Into left center field and caught by the left fielder, Ciampolillo, for the out that retires the side. And that is, so after, all these, struggles to push multiple runs across by both teams, we have both relievers throwing 1, 2, 3 innings their first time out. Good for them. We're through 4, and it's still 6-4 Worcester. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and some stuff with my dog, Tina the Longarina, on it. LSP37.create-spring.com for merch. SamFeelyPVP@gmail.com for game videos. Go to the top of the fifth, Bono's K's. Bowden Belanger with 2 strikeouts in the top of the fourth. What's he got? The Worcester batting order.
Disappeared. No, it's fine. What do you think? That'll be my first picture. First one? Yep. Second. No. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. You don't like this one? I thought I was putting the clubhouse in. Like it's the last one.
6-4, top of the fifth, Worcester on top. Things settled down a little bit offensively in this game. I mean, the first innings thrown by Belanger and Sullivan certainly, silenced the offenses. Strike 1 now to West. Walk to steal in the first. Single in the third. That's in there for strike 2. 0-2. I mean, those metrics about, OPS against for pitchers, goes up each successive time for the batting order. And he somehow stays alive. They're able to foul it off. Catcher McLaughlin unable to secure the foul tip. Remains 0-2. So you throw it, you get a new noodle out there and mess up your timing. If you're a hitter. 0-2 again. Grounder to the left side. There is Teddy McLaughlin. 1 down. So West retired for the first time. Here's Mark Ciampolillo looking for his first hit, although he has drawn 2 walks. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. One and one. To be in a good spot, but couldn't hit it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Got started at 4:57 this afternoon. It's now 6:35. Check swing. It's in the dirt. 2-2. Probably gonna go over the 2-hour mark this game, but swing and a miss. Strike 3. Otto McLaughlin threw the ball down to third after the strikeout and airmailed his brother. Lineup turns over for the 4th time today. Here is Jamison Howland, 2 for 2. Single and a run scored in the first, then another single and RBI. In his 2nd time in the first. Nice pick at short and the strong throw to first. Defensive clinic put on there by the left side of the LA infield with Downing with a strong throw to complete another 1-2-3 inning for Bowden Belanger. Now, can the LA offense reward their efforts and pull even? 4.5 in the book, 6-4 Worcester. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37. Don't forget to find us on Thumbtack, too. All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Keegan Ryan to lead things off, followed by Brian Downing and Dave Allard. Sullivan out there for his second inning of work. Ball one. Ryan 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. A couple steals as well. Two and 0. Ooh. Close and personal there. 3 and 0. Ryan, Downing, Allard. Anybody gets on? Teddy McLaughlin. 3-0. Strike one. And now Ryan will go to work. Now he's seeing it. Still only one extra base hit in this ballgame. That was the grand slam by Daly all the way back in the top of the first. The first 5 batters of the game reaching and eventually scoring for Worcester. LA's has been able to hold them to 1 run since. Got 4 of their own to make it a 2-run ball game, and that'll be ball 4. So LA able to get the leadoff man aboard again. Ryan's aboard for the 3rd time in 3 plate appearances. Always good to up the OBP that way. Speaking of another batter who's who's 2 for 2 for LA, Brian Downing, 2 singles, runs scored, RBI, 2 RBIs in fact, and that hit him. Well, some shades of how the 3rd inning started for LA. And this does not feel like the same Ryan Sullivan that breezed through the LA batting order in the bottom of the 4th with 2 groundouts and a fly out to left with little resistance. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Here's Allard representing the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. Not bringing in Janowski to pinch run this time. That's strike 1. Correction. Janowski pinch ran for Allard, so you wouldn't have it happen with Downing. We'll see if it happens again if Allard gets on. And time called at the last minute as Sullivan was trying to follow through. 0-1 the count. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Tying run at 1st. Go ahead run at the plate for LA. Here's a bunt in front of the pitcher. The throw will go to 1st, and it's up the line! Sacrifice, E1, 1-run game, go-ahead run, now in scoring position. Ryan scores, Downing to 3rd. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I'll explain in a moment. That's into left field. Tie game. Here comes the go-ahead run around 3rd. LA leads. Two-run single for Teddy McLaughlin. His first hit of the game. And now here's Jacob Ward. Just have a delay. Here's the Umpire sweeping up the plate, but wow, drop one down with your cleanup, man. Turns into an error and a run. And now LA's got the lead as that's ball one to Jacob Ward. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's got a run scored. He's got an RBI. Two and 0. What I was going to say before that single was, you got Sullivan feeling that. That's a left-handed thrower trying to hit a left-handed first baseman. So the first baseman's glove is on his right hand. So if you don't follow through enough with your left hand, as that's into right field for a base hit. McLaughlin stops at second, first and second. Still nobody out. You got to follow through on that if you're a left-handed thrower. You're just going to, throw it up the line out of the reach of your first baseman's glove in that situation. And unfortunately, don't know how I don't know. I mean, you can't say for certain if a right-handed thrower is going to put that up the line or, behind your first baseman, but just the way the play was carrying him and everything, it's oh. First 5 have reached here in the bottom of the 5th for LA. They've scored 3. They have their first lead of the ball game at 7-6, and now it's first and second, nobody out for Otto. Not Otto. We got a pinch hitter for Otto, it looks like. CJ Schuster pinch hitting for Otto McLaughlin here. 2-0 the count. First and second. Popped up, foul over towards the right side, now to play. 2-1 to Schuster. Gonna try and bunt, but he offered at it, and it'll be 2-2. Kind of a tough job there to, go up there to pinch it, and then you get asked to bunt there. I mean, I understand. You can think, try to catch him off guard, not defense won't see it coming, trying to bunt, the pinch hitter and everything. But 3-2 now, so that's up and away. Ryan Blaisdell's spot is due up next in the line, but looks like we got another pinch hitter in the wings, as this is swung on and missed for strike 3. Out number 1. Charlie McLaughlin is going to pinch hit for Ryan Blaisdell. Low for ball 1. So Schuster strikes out. So Schuster and McLaughlin combined 0 for 3 out of the number 7 slot. Charlie McLaughlin is even the count now 1-1. For Blaisdell goes 1 for 2 with a RBI single, a stolen base, and a ground out to second. 3 runs home here in the bottom of the 5th for LA to take their first lead of the ball game. And that hit him. So Chuck gets plunked and the bases are chucked. Coda Marsteiner is due up next, but first a conference between Sullivan and Carbone. Bases loaded, Marsteiner 0 for 2. What a spot this would be for him to break through. And that almost came and got him. 1-0. Marsteiner, the 8th batter of the inning. The leadoff slot for Morin is on deck. One run lead. You got to figure this isn't going to be safe against Worcester. Because they have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up in the top of the 6th. Pitts, Carbone, and Daly. 1-1. Bases full of Spartans. Ted McLaughlin at third, Ward at second, Charlie McLaughlin at first. This is a grounder down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Number 9 comes through. Marsteiner out of the number 9 slot with a 2-run single to make it 9-6. McLaughlin holding at second on that play. 9-6. Lineup turns over. Here is Morin. Now we got a delay here. Umpires talking to Spartans dugout. Someone being ejected? What's going? Trying to figure out. Wow. So.
Was that correct?
So we just had an ejection. I've never seen an Kevin Potter is out there behind home plate. So wait, Jared Gagnon just got ejected. That's what. And so the game's got to be held up until Coach Gagnon leaves the premises. So what that basically means is he's got to go across the street, I guess. But I don't know what he did, but is there, I've never I didn't catch exactly what led to it, but I didn't catch exactly what triggered the ejection, but somehow I don't think Coach Gagnon would be like trash talking, you know, or any coach for that matter. And now Coach Abraham's talking to the home plate umpire, and wow, this is insane. All right. Popped up on the first pitch of the at-bat by Morin, straddling the first baseline. And, I mean, and he had to dance around Marsteiner. Power makes the catch 2 down, but, like, what is Marsteiner supposed to do in that spot? Because he's allowed to just stay on first base. If he drifts off, Power makes that catch. You know, it's just a double play that ends the inning. You don't want that if you're LA. So Morin's retired. He's now 0 for 3. Here's Ryan, who began this at rally. He'll foul this over towards Coach Margraf for strike 1. This is, I don't know, man. I don't know. The oddities you see, these kinds of oddities seem to happen more at baseball games than anything else, I would say. Just in my experience. 1-1 the count. So Ryan's 2 for 2. 2 singles, 2 runs, 2 steals, a walk. Into left center field, that splits the gap. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Ryan into second with a 2-run double. It's a 7-run bottom of the 5th for LA. And the first extra base hit of the game for the Spartans. And now here's Brian Downing. Downing takes outside, ball 1. He's 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 runs, 2 ribbies, stolen base. He laces this one down the third base line. It's a foul ball. Wow. Home plate umpire didn't exactly hesitate with the call, but that looked inside the third base line past the bag. So tough break there for the Spartans. Now, I think the count is 1-1, but outside, ball 2. Is it 2-1? What's now? Across what the count is. It's 2 strikes now, that's for sure. 2-2 the count. Seven-run Bottom of the 5th so far. LA looking for more. But remember, Worcester's got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up in the top of the 6th. Boy, I don't know what got into Ryan Sullivan after he coasted through the bottom of the 4th. Carried over here. Runs inside, and it's a full count. It's thrown off because I got my score sheet, but the scoreboard's been a little lagging. I don't know. Full count to Downing. Allard on deck. Fouled off. And ricochet right back to Sullivan. Worcester led 5-0 after half an inning. (6-1) after 2.5. He's 6-2 after 2.5, but ball 4. And the line keeps moving for LA. So Ryan and Downing both perfect at the plate so far. Both 3 for 3 with a plus a walk. And Tommy Whitlock's going to pinch hit for Allard here. And he pops this one up behind second base. And it's caught by the second baseman Daly for the out that retires the side. A 7-run bottom of the 5th for the Spartans. And 12 the plate, 7 come home, and LA in the lead, 11-6. LSP's next broadcast Wednesday afternoon when LA hosts Rivers in NEPSAC and ISL baseball action. Watch the game live and on demand on the LSP YouTube channel and buy a DVD or digital copy of the game at the LSP store. So, looks like Whitlock's going to stay in the game at first. Check the other pinch hitters. So it's still Charlie and right. Is it still Schuster behind the plate? It is still Belanger on the mound, at least for LA, and now he's in line for the win if this holds. Teddy McLaughlin is still at third. And I think that's it, yeah. So straight up position changes, I think. I'll make sure of that, but. Go to the top of the 6th. Here is Gabe Pitts against Bowden Belanger. Strike 1. Pitts is 0 for 2. Walked and scored in the first. Flew out to center to end the first. And then reached on fielder's choice and stole a base in the third. It's now 1-1. To the Worcester right fielder to be followed by Carbone and Daly. If anyone gets on power. Oh, nearly came in and got him, and it's 2-1. Oh, yeah, we're past the 2-hour mark, that's for sure. Start at 4:57. It is now 7:03 here in Groton, Massachusetts. Smacked into deep center field, and oh my goodness, what a catch! Keegan Ryan!
Yeah, Keith!
How do you do?
Even the coach knows. Even the coach knows that was nice. Everybody sticks! Everybody keeps!
One down. Here's Carbone. Grounder to the right side. 2 down. Tommy Whitlock handling his first chance of the game. And here is Liam Daly. Good job handling that twisting pop-up to end the last half inning. This grand slam unable to hold up. Now his team's down to his final 4 outs. He takes strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, Teddy McLaughlin, Jacob Ward, and C.J. Schuster due up. Strike 2. Into center field. Slightly more routine that time for Keegan Ryan. 9 up, 9 down out of the bullpen for Bowden Belanger. We're through 5.5. LA still in front, 11-6. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, or get a message of support for your favorite athlete or team in any future game for the same rates. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Sullivan's still out there. I was talking to Coach Margraf before the game. I know we mentioned we don't have, John Paone and Maverick Rizzi in this game. That we're committed to Duke and UConn respectively. But this is one of the challenges you face in the NEPSAC when you play a spring sport, because every private school is different. Their commencement schedules and calendars are all different. It's hard to line up a spring championships for everybody. And so there's no, New England championship for, there's no NEPSAC baseball championship. There's no NEPSAC softball championship. So when you're in the ISL, or when you're playing, so really, when you play baseball in the NEPSAC, what you're playing for is the league title, and Worcester and LA are not league opponents. So these games still matter to the kids. These still matter for the league titles, and they still matter for, the kids who want to advance to the next level, play ball at the next level, play whatever sport they're going to play at the next level. Ball 1 to Teddy McLaughlin to lead off the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 now. McLaughlin with the 2-run single that gave LA the lead last inning. And now he's ahead 3-0. Now it's in there for strike 1. 3-1. Leadoff walk for McLaughlin. And here's Jacob Ward. So after McLaughlin started out the game 0 for 2, he's got a single and walk his last 2 plate appearances. Here is Ward. He's had a perfect day at the plate so far. And he'll foul that one off for strike 1. 3 singles, 2 runs. Oh, and 2 the count now to Ward. Schuster's due up next. And then Charlie McLaughlin. Popped up into foul territory and caught by the first baseman, Power. One down, and Ward is retired for the first time today. Here is Schuster coming out to the Jackson 5 here. Schuster struck out swinging his first time up, and he'll foul that one off for strike 1. Oh, grounder right back to the pitcher. He'll think about going to second, but then just takes the out at first. So runner in scoring position. 2 down. Schuster's 0 for 2. Here is Charlie McLaughlin. Hit by a pitch and scored last inning in his first appearance. So McLaughlin in scoring position. Teddy McLaughlin is. Charlie, what's he got in store? At the knees for strike 1. In the top of the 7th, it'll be Power, McGivern, and Anastasopoulos due up for Worcester. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Runner goes for third, pitch is low, and the throw will be held on to. It's a stolen base for Teddy. Now runner third, 1-2 the count to Charlie McLaughlin. And that'll be low for ball 2, 2-2. Now, knowing the dance here at third base, we're going to zoom out a little bit and see how far down the line Teddy gets. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it. Well, LA doesn't extend the lead, but it is closing time for the Spartans, 11-6 after 6. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about taping, streaming, or announcing your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $150. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information, or find us on Thumbtack for more details on our services outside the world of sports and live events. So we'll have our third pitcher of the game for the Spartans. going to be Owen Brazy. As Belanger goes 3 innings of perfect relief with 3 Ks. He is in line for the win if this holds. Brazy will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Worcester lineup: Power, McGivern, and Anastasopoulos. Power 1 for 3. Singleton scored all the way back in the first and then struck out each of his last 2 times. Brazy with the first pitch. Up and in for ball 1. Two and 0. You don't want to. I mean, I know Power's a number 5 hitter, but you don't want to mess around here with a 5-run lead. There you go. Strike 1. Outside, 3 and 1. Brazy 2. Power. Swing and a miss. Power the fastball by him. It's been all fastballs to this point. Trying to sneak something off speed by him. Let's see. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Here is McGivern, 0 for 3. The only member of the Worcester batting order today yet to reach base. 2 groundouts, sandwich around a strikeout looking. Ball 1. Popped up, foul over towards the tennis courts, 1 and 1. On the outside corner, strike 2. Up and away. Ball 2. Up the middle and through for a base hit. So every Worcester batter has reached base at least once today as McGivern erases his offer, and he's now 1 for 4. And Anastasopoulos had a couple fine plays defensively at shortstop today. Will be the batter. And he hits this one. Caught by the shortstop, throw back to first. Not in time for the double play. Had to hold up on the call there. Coach Abraham. They're in the third base coach's box. Sorry, folks. But it's a line out. And now it's West. Little grounder down the third base line, but fielded in foul territory by McLaughlin for strike 1. West 1 for 2, walk and a steal in the first, single in the third, ground out to third in the 5th. LA looking to get above 500 if they can pull off this win. Here it is. Down low, throw back to first. Oh, they almost got him. Kind of a nonchalant trot back into the first base bag by McGivern. 1-1. Actually, it's not West, excuse me. Got a pinch hitter. My mistake. It's Farraher. Two and one the count. Strike two to Colin Farraher. And Worcester down to its final strike. LA fell behind 5-0 after half an inning, but have roared back thanks in part to a 7-run bottom of the fifth. 11-6, 3-2. Runner will be going. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third, knocked down by McLaughlin. Will fire to first in time, and the ball game is over. So in a game that took 2 hours and 23 minutes, the winning pitcher is Bowden Belanger. The losing pitcher is Ryan Sullivan. The final totals for Worcester: 6 runs, 7 hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. And for Lawrence Academy, 11 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. It was a roller coaster with all the ups and downs you could hope for if you're an LA fan. Great comeback again. LA falling behind 5-0 before they even took their first turn at bat and come away with the 11-6 win, scoring 9 unanswered after they were down 6-2 after 2.5. LA improves to 8-7. Worcester falls to 10-3. So thanks for watching this presentation of NEPSAC Baseball here on LSP. Copyright 2023. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. Reminder that you can advertise on future LSP content for as little as $25 a spot or hire us to work your next live event starting at just $150 by emailing samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. You can also order a DVD or digital copy of this or most past LSP video broadcasts, along with several different designs of stickers, shirts, and other merch, including the LSP hoodie, the Never Concede collection, and, of course, the Tina the Long Arena collection by visiting lsp37.creative-spring.com or emailing me at samfeelypbp@gmail.com. Our next broadcast is Wednesday when LA takes on Rivers, NEPSAC, and ISL baseball action, which you can watch here on the LSP YouTube channel. We are on Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creative Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37. Don't forget to find us on Thumbtack for our services outside the world of sports and live events. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Lawrence Academy Spartans 11 and the Worcester Academy Hilltoppers 6. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2023. Suckers.